greatest gift you can give somebody is your own personal development. Why? Because you cannot give what you do not have. Now get something straight. Success is not something mystery. It's not hiding behind some secret door. It's right there, waiting for you to grab it. But there is the catch. Demands a price. Are you willing to pay it? Think about this. Why do so many people settle for mediocrity when greatness is within reach? It's simple. They're not willing to do what it takes. They're not willing to push through the discomfort, to face their fears, to challenge themselves daily. But you are different, aren't you? You're here because you refuse to settle. You're here because you know there is more to life than just getting by. And you're right, success. Real success is not about luck. It's about discipline. It's about consistency. It's about doing the things you know you should do even when you do not feel like it, especially when you do not feel like it. Let me ask you something. Why would your life look like if you gave it every you have got? Not just for a day, not just for a week, but every single day. Can you imagine the possibilities? Now, I'm not talking about working yourself to the bone. I'm talking about working smart. I'm talking about developing yourself, about becoming more valuable, because here is the truth. Your income rarely exceeds your personal development. So how do you become more valuable? You can learn, you can grow, you challenge yourself, you step out of your comfort zone. Remember, comfort is the enemy of progress. Think about the last book you read. When was it? Last week? Last month? Last year? If you're not reading, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're dying. It is that simple, but it's not just about reading. It's about applying what you learn. Knowledge is not power. It's a potential power. The real power comes from action. Now, let me share something with you. Success leaves clues. The most successful people in the world, they're not successful by accident. They have habits, routines, ways of thinking that set them apart. And guess what? You can learn these things, but here is the kicker. Knowing is not enough. You have to do. You have to take action, because without action, the best intentions in the world are nothing but that intentions. So, what's holding you back? Fear, doubts, past failures? Let me tell you something. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is your teacher. It's your opportunity to learn, to grow, to become better. Think about it. How many times did you fall before you learned to walk? Did you give up for the first fall? The second? Of course not. You keep trying, keep learning, keep growing, and that's exactly what you need to do now. Success is not about avoiding failures. It's about learning from it. It's about getting back up every time you fall. It's about persistence. It's about resilience. Now I want you to do something for me. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine your ideal life. What does it look like? How does it feel? Can you see it clearly? Good. Now open your eyes. That life you just imagined is possible. It's not gonna come to you. You have to go out and create it. And here's the thing. It's not gonna be easy. Nothing worth having ever is. But I promise you this. It will be worth it. So what are you waiting for? The perfect moment? Let me let you in a little secret. There is no perfect moment. The perfect moment is now, right here, right now. You have everything you need to start. You have the ability to learn, to grow, to change. You have the power to shape your destiny, but you have to make a choice. You have to decide that you want more, that you deserve more. And once you make that decision, you have to back it up with action, consistent, persistent action, because dreams without action are just fantasies. Do you have ever clear written goals? If not, why not? Goals give your life direction. They give you something to aim for, something to strive toward. And here is the catch. Your goals have to be your goals, not your parent goals, not your friend's goals, not society's goals, your goals. Because if they're not your goals, you won't have the drive, the passion, the determination to achieve them. And when you set your goals, make them big. Why? Because small goals won't inspire you. They won't push you to grow, to become more than you are. Remember, you do not get what you want in life. You get what you become. So become something worthy of your dreams. Become someone who refuses to settle for less. Now, let's address something that holds many people back. Their environment. Who are you spending time with? Are they lifting you up or pulling you down? Are they challenging you to grow or encouraging you to stay the same? You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, who push you to be better. And if you cannot find those people in your immediate circle, seek them out. Read their books, listen to their podcasts, attend their seminars. In today's world, you have access to the greatest minds in history to take advantage of it. But do not just consume information. Apply it, test it, make it your own. Because knowledge without application is useless. Personal development, your personal growth is your responsibility, not your employer's, not your parents', not anyone else's, yours. So, what are you doing to grow? What skills are you developing? What knowledge are you acquiring? Remember, in a rapidly changing world, the only security you have is your ability to learn, to adapt, to grow. And here is something crucial. Do not wait for someone to push you forward. Push yourself. Be your own motivator. Be your own coach. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who has lived with the consequences of your choice. Maybe you have made mistakes. Maybe you have failed. Maybe you have been hurt. But here is the truth. Your past doesn't define your future. You're not your mistakes. You're not your failures. You're not your past. You're not your past. You are what you choose to become. So choose wisely. Choose to learn from your own past, not to be limited by it. Choose to use your experiences as stepping stone, not stumbling block. It's never too late to start. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to become the person you were meant to be. Are you grateful for what you have, or are you always focused on what you do not have? Gratitude is powerful. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's present. It changes your perspective from scarcity to abundance. And here is the thing. Gratitude doesn't just make you feel good. It opens you up to a more opportunity. It makes you more attractive to success. So start each day with gratitude. Be thankful for what you have or where you are, because gratitude turns what you have into enough. But do not stop there. Use that gratitude as fuel. Let it inspire you to make the most of what you have, to serve for more, to become more. Fear, failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. Fear is natural. It's human, but it doesn't have to control you. Here's the secret. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's action in the face of fear. It's doing what needs to be done, even when you're so feel the fear and do it anyway, because on the other side of fear is growth. On the other side of fear is success. And the only way to overcome fear is through action. You cannot think your way out of fear. You have to act your way out. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what turns dreams into reality. But here's the thing about discipline. It's about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about doing the right thing day and day out, regardless of how you feel. And here is the secret. Discipline creates freedom. It might seem counterintuitive, but it's true. When you have the discipline to do what you need to be done, you create a freedom to do what you want to do. So develop your discipline. Start small if you need to, but start, because small discipline repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievement gained slowly over time. Time management. How you spend your time is how you spend your life. Are you spending it wisely? Here is a hard truth. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. What sets successful people apart is how they use those hours. So prioritize. Focus on what's important, not just what's urgent. Invest your time in activities, not move you toward your goals. You cannot manage time. You can only manage yourself. So manage yourself well. Be intentional with your time, because time is the one resource you can never get back. Your health is your wealth. Without it, nothing else matters. So take care of yourself. Eat well. Exercise regularly. Get enough sleep, because when you take care of your body takes care of you. And it's not just about physical health. It's about mental health too. Take time to relax, to recharge. Practice mindfulness. Meditate, because a calm mind is productive mind. Your mindset shapes your reality. It determines how you interpret and respond to everything that happened to you. So develop a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn, to grow, to change. See challenges as opportunities. See failures as lessons. Your mindset is a choice. You can choose to be positive or negative. You can choose to see opportunities or obstacles. Choose wisely. You're where you are because of the choices you have made, not because of your circumstances, not because of other people, but because of your choices. You're here, the good ones. And if you're responsible for where you are, you're also responsible for where you can go. You have the power to change your life. So take responsibility. Stop blaming others. Stop making excuses, because when you take responsibility, you take control. Taking responsibility is not about beating yourself up. It's about empowering yourself. It's about recognizing recognizing that you have the power to shape your life. Procrastination is the thief of the time. It's the enemy of success. So why do we procrastinate? Often it's because we're overwhelmed. We look at a big picture and it seems too much. Here is the solution. Break it down. Take that big goal and break it into smaller, manageable tasks. Then focus on one task at a time. Done is better than perfect. Do not let perfectionism paralyzes you. Take action, even if it is imperfect. Action, your power of habits. Your habits shape your life. They determine your success or failure. So develop good habits. Create routines that support your goal. Because what you do constantly become who you are. And remember, habits are formed through repetition. It might be hard at first, but it gets easier. Keep at it, and soon those good habits will become second nature. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there. So step out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself in your thing, because growth happens outside your comfort zone. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, it expands. What once seemed impossible becomes possible. Success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It is about getting up one more time and you fall. So be persistent. Keep going, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard, because persistent is what turns failure into success. Persistent doesn't mean doing the same thing over and over. It means trying different approaches until you find that work. Comparison is the thief of the joy. It's also the enemy of progress. So stop comparing yourself to others. The only person you should compare yourself is who you were yesterday. Everyone's journey is different. Focus on your own progress, your own growth, because that's what really matters. Your own shape, your words shape your reality. They influence your thought, your action, your results. So be careful with your words. Speak positively about yourself and your goal, because what you say to yourself matters more than what anyone else say to you. Your words do not just affect you, they affect those around you. So use your words to lift others up, to inspire, to encourage. Your mistakes do not define you, they refine you. So learn from your mistakes. Use them as a stepping stone, because every mistake is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become better. It's not about never making mistakes, it's about not making the same mistakes twice. In a world that's constantly challenging, the ability to learn and adapt is your greatest access. So be a lifelong learner. Read books, take courses, seek out new experiences, because the more you learn, the more you can earn. And remember, learning is not just about acquiring information, it's about applying what you learn. It's about turning knowledge into action. Self-doubt is natural, it's human, but it doesn't have to control you. So challenge your self-doubt. Question your limiting habits, because often they're based on false assumptions or past experience that are not longer relevant. Confidence is not about knowing you will succeed. It's about being willing to try even when success is not guaranteed. Success is not just about what you get, it's about what you give. So find ways to serve others. Use your skills, your knowledge, your resources to make difference, because true fulfillment comes from contribution. Serving others doesn't just benefit them, it benefits you too. It gives your life meaning and purpose. Your circumstances do not determine your destiny, your decisions do. So stop waiting for the perfect circumstances. They do not exist. Instead, make the most of what you have, because success is not about having the best conditions, it's about making the best of the conditions you have. Every circumstance, good or bad, is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become stronger. In a world full of distraction, the ability to focus is a superpower. So develop your focus. Learn to concentrate on what's important, because where focus goes, energy flows. Focus is not about doing more things, it's about doing the right thing. It's about prioritizing what truly matters. Success takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, so be patient. Trust the process, because the seeds you plant today will bear fruit tomorrow. Practice is not passive, it's active. It's about working constantly toward your goal, even when you do not see immediate result. The power of visualization. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. So visualize your success. See it clearly in your mind. Feel the emotions associated with achieving your goal, because when you can see it and feel it, you're more likely to achieve it. Visualization is not about daydreaming, it's about creating a clear mental picture of what you want to achieve and using that picture to guide your actions. Then your fair approval skill freedom. So stop seeking approval from others. Do what you know is right, even if others do not understand or agree, because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself. The only approval that really matters is your own. Are you proud of who you are and what you are doing? Life will knock you down, that's given. What matters is how quickly you get back up. So develop your resilience. Learn to bounce back from setbacks, because it's not about how hard you fall, it's about how high you bounce. Resilience is not about never feeling down, it's about how you respond when you do. It's about finding the strength to keep doing even when things get tough. Big results come from small, consistent efforts over time. Do not underestimate the impact of daily habits. A small improvement each day leads to significant changes over a year. It's a compound effect in action. Think about it. If you improve just 1% every day, you will be 37 times better by the end of the year. That's the power. Consistency. So focus on progress, not perfection. Take small steps every day towards your goal, because those small steps add up to a big strides. Success is really about one big breakthrough. It's about showing up day after day, putting it in work, even when you do not feel like it. Your attitude determines your altitude. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Choose a positive attitude. It's not always easy, but it's always a choice. A positive attitude turns problems into opportunities, obstacles into stepping stone. And here's the thing, your attitude is contagious. It affects not just you, but everyone around you. So choose an attitude that lifts you up and others. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. Embrace change. See it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, to become better. Because in a world that is constantly changing, the ability to adapt is your greatest asset. Change doesn't have to be big to be significant. Small changes constantly applied can lead to remarkable results. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your questions. Ask better questions. And instead of why is it happening to me, ask why can I learn from this? And instead of why cannot I do this, ask how can I do this? Because when you ask better questions, you get better answers, and better answers lead to better actions and results. Let's address something that stops many in their tracks, waiting for the right time. Here's a hard truth: there is no right time. The right time is now. Start where you are. Use your have. Do what you can, because the perfect moment you're waiting for doesn't exist. It's better to start imperfectly than never to start at all. You can adjust your course along the way, but you cannot steer a parked car. Your life will become a reflection of standard you set to yourself. Set high standard, not just for what you do, but for who you are. Because when you raise your standard, you raise your life. Your standards are not just about being perfect. They're about consistently striving to be your best self. Let's address something that holds many back: the need for certainty. Life is uncertain. Success is uncertain. But what makes it exciting? Embrace uncertainty. See it as an adventure, not a threat, because it's the face of uncertainty that we grow the most. Certainty is an illusion. Its only certainty in life is change. So learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Your network is your net worth. Cultivate meaningful relationships. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, support you, because you become the average of 5 people you spend the most time with. Networking is not about what others can do for you. It's about what you can do for others. Give value first, and value will come back to you. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Redefine failure. Set it feedback, not final verdict, because every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become better. The only real failure is the failure to try. Everything else is just learning. Your beliefs shape your reality. They determine what's possible for you. Challenge your limiting beliefs. Question the assumption you have made about yourself and world, because often the only limits that exist are the ones in your mind. Beliefs are not facts, they're choices. Choose beliefs that empower you, that expand your possibilities. Comparison is the thief of the joy. It's also a waste of time. Stop comparing yourself to others. The only person you should compare yourself is who you were yesterday, because everyone's journey is different. You do not know someone else's full story. You're comparing your behind the scenes with their highest reel. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. Practice gratitude daily, not just for the big thing, for small things too, because when you are grateful for what you have, you will end up having more to be grateful for. Gratitude is not just about feeling good. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's present, opening you up to a new opportunity. He fears his success. Yes, fear of success is real, and it can be just as paralyzing as fear of failure. Acknowledge this fear, understand where it comes from. It is fear of change, fear of responsibility, fear of not living up to expectation. Success doesn't have to mean what others define as. Define success on your own terms. What does a successful life look like to you? Your environment. Your environment shapes you more than you might realize. Create an environment that supports your goals. Surround yourself with things and people just inspire you, that reminds you of what you're working toward. Your environment is not just physical, it's also mental. What are you feeding your mind? What information are you consuming? Perfection is the enemy of progress. Aim for excellence, not perfection, because perfection is an illusion, but excellence is achievable. It's better to do something imperfectly than you do nothing flawlessly. Progress is more important than perfection. Rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Make time for the rest and recovery. It's not about physical rest, but mental and emotional rest too. Because when you are well rested, you're not productive, more creative, more resilient. Rest is not laziness, it's about the power of process. It's when you reset your body and mind, integrate what you have learned and experienced. Indecision is a decision to stay where you are. Make decision even if they're not perfect, because a good decision made quickly is often better than perfect decision that made too late. You can always adjust your course. It's easier to steer a moving ship than one that's standing still. Your values are your internal compass. They guide your decision and action. Define your values clearly. What's really important to you? What principles do you want to live by? Because when your action align with your values, you experience fulfillment. Your values are not set in stones. They can evolve as you grow and gain more experience. Regularly assess and refine them. Let's address something that holds many people back: the need for immediate results. Success is in progress, not an event. Develop patience and persistence. Understand that meaningful change takes time. It's about consistent effort over time, not sporadic bursts of motivation. Every step forward, no matter how small, it's progress. Celebrate these small wins. They'll keep you motivated for a long haul. In a world that's always connected, solitude is a rare and valuable commodity. Make time for solitude. Use it for reflection, for planning, for recharging, because it's the moment of solitude that we often gain the most clarity. Solitude is not loneliness, it's intentional. Long time that allows you to reconnect with yourself and your goals. The unknown is where all possibilities exist. Embrace the unknown. See it as an adventure, not a threat, because it's not stepping into the unknown that we discover what we're truly capable of. Every great achievement in history was once unknown territory. The unknown is where innovation happens, where breakthroughs occur. Your habits shape your life. They're the compound interest of self-improvement. Develop habits that support your goals, smart goals. Focus on consistency rather than intensity, because small habits constantly applied lead to remarkable results. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Aim for progress, not perfection. The need for control, the truth is, we cannot control everything, but we can control our response. Focus on what you can control: your thought, your action, your attitudes. Let's go of what you cannot control, because true power comes from managing yourself, not trying to managing everything around you. Sometimes the best way to control a situation is to let it go. Not everything needs your input or intervention. Creativity is not just for artists. It's a vital skill in any field. Cultivate your creativity. Challenge yourself to think differently, to solve problems in a new way, because in a world of constant change, creative thinking is invaluable. Creativity is not about being original, it's about connecting ideas in new ways. It's about seeing patterns where others see chaos. Criticism is inevitable when you're doing something worthwhile. Learn to handle criticism constructively. Separate valid feedback from baseless negativity. Use constructive criticism to improve. Let the rest go. Criticism often says more about the critic than it does about you. Do not let the fear of criticism stop you from pursuing your goals. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world. It shapes your reality. Develop a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn, to improve, to overcome challenges. Because with growth mindset, every experience becomes an opportunity to grow. Your mindset is a choice. You can choose to see challenges as obstacles and opportunities. You can choose to see failures as a setback or a lesson. The comfort of the familiar. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. Challenge yourself regularly. Try new things. Take calculated risks because it's in stretching yourself that you discover what are you truly capable of. Discomfort is temporary. Growth is permanent. The temporary discomfort of pushing your boundaries leads to lasting growth and achievement. Forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about feeling yourself. Practice forgiveness of others and of yourself. Let's go of past hurts and mistakes because holding on to resentment only holds you back. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or condoning something. It means choosing to release the negative emotion and moving forward. Yes, fear of success is real and it can be just as paralyzing as fear of failure. Acknowledge this fear. Understand where it comes from. Is it fear of change? Fear of responsibility? Fear of not living up to expectations? Success doesn't have to mean what others define it is. Define success on your own terms. What does a successful life look like to you? The way you talk to yourself matters. It shapes your self-image and your actions. Develop positive self-talk. Be your own cheerleader because if you wouldn't say it to a friend, you shouldn't say it to yourself. Positive self-talk is not about denying reality. It's about approaching challenges with a constructive solution-focused mindset. Seeking consistent approval from others is exhausting and limiting. Learn to trust your own judgment. Make decisions based on your values and goals, nothing on what others might think. Because at the end of the day, you are the one who has to live with your own choice. Not everyone will understand and support your journey. That's okay. That's not their journey to understand the power of intention. Your intentions shape your actions and your results. Set clear intentions. Be specific about what you want to achieve and why. Because when your intentions are clear, your actions become focused and purposeful. Intentions are not just about end goals. They're about who you want to become in the process of achieving your goals. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. Embrace commitment. When you commit to something, you unleash the power of focus and determination. Because commitment is the foundation of all achievement. Commitment doesn't mean you cannot change course if needed. It means you are dedicated to the journey even if the path changes. Your energy. Your energy is most valuable resource. It affects everything you do. Manage your energy wisely. Identify what drains you and what energizes you. Because when you manage your energy well, you can accomplish more with less effort. Energy management is just as important as time management. It's not about how many hours you put in, but how much quality work you can do in those hours. The ability to delay gratification is a key predictor of success. Develop patience and long-term thinking. Understand that the best thing in life often requires time and effort because the satisfaction of achieving a long-term goal far outweighs any momentary pleasure. Every time you choose long-term benefits over short-term pleasure, you're investing in your future self. The power of simplicity. In a complex world, your simplicity is a superpower. Simplify your life. Focus on what's essential. Eliminate the unnecessary. Because when you simplify, you create space for what really matters. Simplicity is not about deprivation. It's about making room for abundance in the areas that truly count. The fear of speaking up. Your voice matters. Your ideas matter. Learn to express yourself confidently. Shape your thought, your ideas, your dreams. Because when you speak up, you open your doors to a new opportunity and connections. You do not need to have all the answers to speak up. Sometimes asking the right question is more powerful than having the right answer. Life will knock you down. That's guaranteed. What matters is how quickly you get back up. Build your resilience. See challenges as opportunities to grow stronger because resilience is not about avoiding difficulties, it's about thriving in the face of it. Resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Every challenge you overcome makes you more resilient for the next one. The truth is, certainty is an illusion. Life is inherent inherently uncertain. Embrace uncertainty. See it as an opportunity for growth and discovery, because it's in moments of uncertainty that we often find our greatest strategies and opportunities. Uncertainty doesn't mean lack of control. You control everything that happened. You cannot control, but you can always control your response. Curiosity is the engine of learning and growth. Cultivate curiosity. Ask questions. Explore new ideas, because when you are curious, you're always learning, always growing. Curiosity is not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about approaching life with openness and wonder. Being different is not a weakness. It's your greatest strength. Embrace your uniqueness. Do not try to fit in if it means compromising who you are, because your unique perspective and abilities are what set you apart and create value. The thing that makes you different is often the thing that makes you valuable. Do not hide it. Cultivate it. Your legacy is not just what you leave behind. It's the impact that you have every day. Consider your legacy. How do you want to become remembered? What impacts do you want to have? Because when you live with legacy in mind, you make choices that align with your deepest values. Your legacy is not just about grand gesture. It's about the small acts of kindness, the daily choices, the way you treat others, the belief that it's too late. It's never too late to start, to change, to grow. Embrace new beginnings. Whether you are 20 or 80, you can always start fresh, because every day is a new opportunity to reinvent yourself and purpose your dreams.